Welcome back. Another episode of Neighborhood CEOs. I'm John. I got my man Lionel in here. Lionel, we got another one of the special guests, man. We got a guru. We got a guru in here today, man. We got we got a
Yeah,
guru in here, man. We got a tech savant in here with us, man. So
I
you know what I'm
like
saying?
that.
That's what I know about him, man. We're gonna learn a little bit more about him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying, as we get started, man, as we conversate, man. But like we did last time, you know, it's one of your guys, man, one of your plugs, one of your alley oops, man. So I'm gonna pass it to you, man, and you can introduce him, man. Who we got in the neighborhood today, man?
yeah, man. So like you said, man, tech guru, tech savant. But this is my brother, man. We go back. I don't even know how long we go back, man. But since I can remember, for real, man. But it's like I said, man, special guest, man. I wanted this guy right here, man. Again, another true inspiration, another neighborhood CEO, and not just business, but in life. I think out of our group, man, he's just always been 10, 20 steps ahead, and and never be like, y'all niggas catch up, but he giving free game, at the same time, so putting people on, whatnot. So, but like I said, man, special guest. And without further ado, man, Broadus Palmer. If we had the clap, we have the clapping chair and shit, right? We had the
Yeah.
soundboard, man. But yeah, man, my guy, my boy, my brother, it's Broadus Palmer, man. Father, CEO, husband, friend, cousin, all the above, son, right? All of the above, right? Hey, man, welcome, brother. Appreciate you, man, pulling up on us, man.
Excited to be CEO. Just
Yeah.
chat, bro. Just give game. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, no doubt,
Yes, sir.
no doubt. Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
think that's like one of the reasons we wanted to do this, man. Is like to give game and to just learn from other people at the same time.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
definitely, man. Like I said, man, hey, we get started, man. But like I said, what I know you, but I don't know you. But what I know of you, man, that you started from the bottom, man. So I don't know if you would say you here or you on your way. Some people, we always on our way, man. We always getting better. We always improving, man. But hey, just for those that don't know, man, hey, who is Broadus, man? Who is Broadus Palmer, man? And
Yeah.
in your words, man.
So a lot of things, man. I'm a cloud career coach where I help current and future techies really level up their career into tech as cloud engineers, and I help them gain experience and learn real world how to solve real world problems as cloud engineers, and we help them level up into high paying roles, man. I'm a thought leader in the industry. Never thought I would be that in tech, but LinkedIn named me as a top influencer on their platform. I'm a husband. More importantly, I'm a husband and a father of three. And yeah, man, from the country as well. We got to represent Fluvanna County, Palmyra,
Hey, we
Virginia.
represent.
We got to put it on the map.
We
So,
represent.
yeah.
Yeah. That's funny you say that, man. When I went to college, bro, that's what I said. I'm gonna put Fluvanna on the map, right? Yo, they know what the hell that looked like, but it sounded
Yeah.
good. It sounded good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, bro. I mean, let me just ask you this, man. I'm gonna jump ahead, John, a little bit, but
Yeah, go ahead.
family, right? Since say most importantly, family, man. Like that work life balance. Like, how does that happen, man? Because I'm, bro, I'd be struggling, man. So,
Yeah.
what it like for you?
So for me, man, I had to really really understand that it was important for me to make time for my family, right? I was listening to TD Jakes, man, and he said a working man is an absent man because, and
Yeah.
when I realized that what he was talking about is not even the fact that we have to go out and work, but the fact that especially, if you're working hard, you're mentally focused on your work. If you're an entrepreneur or anything, you're absent even when you're home because you're thinking about so many things, right? So many moving parts of what's going on in your work life. being an entrepreneur is super hard. People see the glitz and the glamour of it, but they don't see, some of the nights where you like, yo, we're gonna be in business next month. They don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I gotta do this and that. I gotta stay up. I gotta be the one to have these meetings. I got a huge meeting talking to folks I've never talked to before tomorrow, and I gotta make sure I'm on my A game. Whatever the case may be, we're not present even when we are. So for me, it was important for myself and my family to make time. So like if I'm sitting here, we could get caught up sitting in the office all day. And I'm like, man, I gotta go out here
Yeah.
at least watch a show with them, have a conversation with them, right? Games, we gotta be there, right? If they're involved in stuff, we gotta make sure we there. But what I found was most important was making sure, to be honest, I was there for my wife because she the hand that needs everything and make everything come together. So she the one to take care of the house.
That's real.
So if I wasn't giving her the attention she needed, or let's say of lack of being present, we have the tendency to not think about that energy is not lost, it's transferred. So the energy that we bring home from work, we ain't even present and we transferring that energy because we had a bad day. That affects the whole household because if she takes care of the home, take care of the kids, and you're supposed to be there helping, you dumping all of that baggage on her instead of tending to her needs, it's only going to affect the situation more gravely. So I had to really understand that was important, just taking the time for her. That's really what it was, man. And making sure we actually, hey, even if you got to schedule it, like, all right, I get off at 5, 6 to 7:30. And can't nobody bother me. I gotta watch these shows with the kids. This is what they want to do. I gotta cook dinner, eat dinner at the table, right? Just being there, because these are the things, especially if you got small kids or young adults like we have. Man, these are the memories that you're gonna have because when they grown and you don't get that shit no more, you're gonna be like, man, where's time go? Where did time go? So,
That's real. That's real. Nah, I mean that's always something that I'm always thinking about. Like you said, time is going like that. I mean, I got a younger brother, right? And I talked to him for the first time in like 10
sorry,
years
the
yesterday.
dog barking. Sorry.
And no, it's all love. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's
It's
real.
good. Yeah. Yeah. So talked to him for the first time in 10 years, but like to your point, man, time fly, man. He looked at my daughter like, oh, he's like, was she 14? Like, nah, she's 17.
Yeah.
And so you put that all in perspective, man. It's like, like time is moving, man.
That's
You look up,
crazy
they
because
grown, man.
the way you said it, bro, like when she came over to drop Jaya off, and I'm like, bro, like she is a young adult. Like, and what made me realize that, not even like how she looked as a young adult, but when she had them keys in her hand. and she
Shit
came,
real,
I was
right?
like, oh, this shit real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like she driving. So now it's like, yo, as soon as she leave the house, all right, be careful out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like it's a whole different conversation
because they think they're grown now. They got the keys. They think they're experienced.
Oh man.
All of that stuff, man. So, bro.
Yeah. And tell you, we got a huge argument the other day, man, because her driving, right? She had a rolling stop, right? And I'm like, yo, all right, so I let it slide, right? We get to Target. She rolled by another stop. So I'm like, bro, that's 2 stop signs. Talking about you a hypocrite, you do it. I'm like, oh man, yo, we about to box in the truck,
you
man.
the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? So nah, I mean, she been driving a hot minute, with hot 6 months, man, and she telling me, yeah, I like, yo, I'm responsible for me, and I'm responsible for you. You get a ticket, I gotta pay for that ticket.
They think because it's free to them, it doesn't cost anything. You know what I mean? The privilege of driving. My son right now wants to hang with people like, oh, he got we got a neighbor, he got some friends that drive, And he just turned 15. So like, fresh off of 14.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable letting you ride with the 10-year-old.
Comfortable.
Like they just learning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He made the comment,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
well, they make a mistake. Everybody make mistakes. You make mistakes. I'm like, but I got 30 years of driving. I've been driving since I was 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the
Yeah.
country, we
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
I learned
Yeah.
to drive,
Just driving.
fast and
Mhm.
early. So, y'all got 6 months and think y'all can go 70, 80 miles an hour, bro. It can't go that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, you said you talking about, the time. We like I tell Lana, man, almost every episode we can always go back and somebody will say something, a guest or he'll say something, and it'll go back to something we talked about. So we always talk about time,
Mhm.
how you can't get it back. You know what I mean? So that's like you said about with your family, with your business. And to me, what it looked like to me is Broadus is doing tech business 24/7, just from social media, just because is always content. So I know how it goes a little bit now that I'm into it. How it don't got to really be like that. What it look like, but are you actually? And is that 24/7, 7 days a week, where every day you got to do something pertaining to your
Yeah,
field or your
so
business?
I do because one thing about business is this. In order to reach your goals where you want to go, you have to work your ass off. So our space is competitive, right? So what I look at it like, okay, if we got competition in the space, which is, that's healthy in any industry. If I can get to a space where they can't outwork me, then I'll make sure my company is growing, right? So what I mean
Yeah,
by that is this:
yeah,
if you are in the space I am, or let's say you in a space where you're doing content, and let's say your competitor is doing one piece of content a day, right? Then my job is to at least 3x what they're doing. So while somebody's seeing them one time a day, they're gonna see me 3 times a day. But I go even further. I go 5x. So
yeah. I
if you,
see.
especially
I
on
see.
LinkedIn and stuff, right? So if you see, okay,
Mm-hmm.
if they're doing one post a day, that means let's say 5 people. I mean, 5 people are seeing them 5 times a week. All right. So what if 1 in 5 posts actually goes viral and gets them the leads that they need to generate in order to close the business that they need to close, right? So this means 4 times a month they're getting the leads they need to get. Meanwhile, 1 time a day, one of my shit's taking off. So at the end of the week,
Yeah,
if you're seeing them 5 times, you're seeing me 25 times. That's just on Monday through Friday.
yeah,
So I look at it in the
yeah.
space of if 1 in every 5 leads can bring me or bring a business $30,000 while they're making $30,000 a week, I'm making $150,000 a week. That's the goal, right? Where,
Yeah.
and it's just always just my goal is just to bring value because at the end of the day, me establishing a trust system and people seeing me, if you want to get into tech, if you want to get into cloud engineering, and all you see is me, and I'm just giving you value, not even asking you for anything, but giving you value enough value where you can move from point A to point B and be successful on that, then that's going to help me, my team, and my family grow to our wildest dreams. So yeah, it's a 24-hour thing where I don't work just per se 24 hours. I got a team that, does a lot of these things for me, but
Yeah,
it's out there like I am working 24 hours. Right. So when you
yeah,
see me Saturday
yeah,
and Sunday and
yeah.
most competition don't even post, I'm giving myself an extra 3 to 5 posts a day on those extra 2 days that people get to see me and I get to grab,
Mm-hmm.
that community and continue to nurture them and close business from that. It's all about, at the end of the day, when we talk about time, sometimes, not all the time, if you dedicate a lot of time to something, it's the other that's going to suffer, right? And as men, we have to
Yeah.
advocate for ourselves to be present like, hey, spend time with the kids, spend time. But sometimes it don't work that way, man. Especially if y'all got goals, somebody got to
Yeah.
understand, like, hey, I might not be present for the next 4 weeks because this next 4 weeks, or let's say next 4 months, right? You going not saying you won't spend no time, right? But not the time that you normally would spend.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for the next 4 months, we could possibly change
Yeah.
our whole entire trajectory of our lives. And that has to be understood,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, you may miss some things, but you gain a lot more in the process where, as a man, the activities that you just did and the goals you just set, if you reach them, can set your family up for a long time. And I think, my
Yeah.
kids will love to have daddy after the 4 months and be set up for a lifetime than to worry about, where daddy's been for the last 4 months. And key things, important things we're not going to miss, but just some of the normal things we got to
Yeah.
sometimes get out of the way and let the partner hold it down while we go, make that money, man. That's what it is, to be honest.
Yes, sir.
That's fine. I know you got. I think your vision is so like clear, right? Your vision is
It
clear. Like
ain't.
you can kind of. Well, all right. Well, let me ask you this then. Like
Yeah.
getting into tech, did you see this? Like, did you see yourself being in the lane you're in now? Did you see all of this? Like, if you can
You
shed some
saying,
light on that.
you asking
Like,
when I got
what
into
did you
tech
know?
that I see? Nah. So, like, if you asked me when I was, so I got into tech when I was 33. I'm 39 now. So if you asked me when I was 33,
Mm-hmm.
or if you told me that I was going to be a leader, I was going to help thousands of people,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to be on these platforms and consider the influence on these platforms, I would have told you it was crazy because I didn't know jack shit about tech. I didn't even know what I was going to do.
Right. Right.
I just knew I was going to get into this industry because it paid well, right? But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
for me and for a lot of people, I think, to be honest with you, and it might sound crazy, but sometimes the vision is not seen, it's felt. So, I mean, like you feel where you can go with this. And for me, a lot of times in my life, it was like I felt it like, yo, I just know if I could be able to learn this, I'd make a difference in my family's life. And then when you start seeing momentum, you get other ideas of how you can place yourself. So, like for me, when I got into tech, I used all of my experiences before then. So my experience, when I was a musician, when I was designing clothes, when I was reselling sneakers, and my experience as being a banker, I used all of those things to say, hey, when you get into tech, how about you create content to help people that's coming behind you and motivate them? But little did I know, like, I just thought I was going to brand myself just to be popular with people that want to come behind me and learn. But I didn't know companies were watching me as well. Right. So, and that's how I ended up getting my first
Mm-hmm.
role, a high paying role at that because of the branding. But then as I got that role, I started getting people coming to me like, hey man, your message changed my life and I want to get into cloud computing. And these were people who were already 20 years experience in tech. They just never knew what cloud computing was. And I was like, well, how can I help you? You've been in here 20 years. You should be helping me. But what I realized was when it came to this new
Yeah.
technology, a lot of people didn't understand it and a lot of companies didn't adopt it. But when COVID came and it shut everything down and it forced every single company to use cloud, from Zoom, Google Classroom, whatever the case may be, you had to use some form of virtual service, which is cloud computing. And when I seen that,
Mm-hmm.
it gave me the understanding that there was an opportunity here to really teach people how to move into this industry the right way. And even now, I got a vision for my company, right? And we can work towards it, but God got different plans sometimes, right? So he'll give you the goal,
Yeah.
but he ain't gonna give it the way that you always plan it, right? Sometimes the goal and the success comes through meeting people that you never thought you would be able to meet, or just somebody random, or just something random that just falls in your lap, and it just helps you get to where you want to go. So I got the vision of who I want to be, but how I'm gonna get there. We got a little plan on that, but it never works out that way, man. Yeah.
Yeah. It's real. It's real. That's dope though. I like that. You know, because it's like you seen the opportunity, you took advantage. You know, in a good way. In a good, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I
you
seen it
seen
as a
it.
hustle.
It's like,
I
you
was
know
thinking
what?
as a hustler at that time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know how we
Yeah.
do, like, oh man, you know what? If I do this, bro, that's another corner. You know, I'm gonna get these. You know how let me get these quadrants, man. 7
Yeah.
quadrants, and I'll be the
Yeah.
shit don't work like
Yeah.
that. So I'll just tell
Right.
anybody that's listening right
Nah.
now, if you thinking like a hustler and you say, I'm gonna do these 18 things because I'm gonna put money in 18 corners, you can focus on one thing and fill all those fill your bank account up more than those 18 things, because you can't be a master of 18 things. You got to focus on what you good
That's
at,
real.
For sure.
and as long as you got that feeling, I call it that feeling of your vision. As long as you say, if you got in your gut, like, hey, I know this can work, I feel it, then you got to keep moving with it, because that's just God telling you, hey, if you put the dream in your heart, I gave you the tools and resources to be successful. You just got to trust, you just got to be consistent, and you got to be willing to do the work without seeing the results immediately, and understand that it's successful.
Yeah, well, you said I think I heard this before. I don't know where I seen you on something before, and you said
Yep.
you was working at a bank, and so did you act? What's the story? Did you walk out
Shit.
of that job, or how did that come? I think I heard it before, but for the people that ain't heard it, how did that come? Where Broadus said, "This is a wrap for me here. My next step is,
Yeah.
I'm piecing this place out, and I'm ready to get on
Yeah,
my
man.
own
So,
thing."
being a banker, especially at BB&T, and especially in the small town where we from, I'm in Palmyra, so that means everybody know me.
Mm-hmm.
And you're dealing with
Yeah.
100 people a day, different types of, attitudes, different types of people. And you just get tired of that, man. And at that point, to be honest with you, my thought process was like, hey, I'm a banker 4, which means I was an assistant manager. I'm like, hey, if I can get management, if I can get like 50, if I can just get like 50, we good, right? There's nothing wrong with 50. It's nothing wrong with 50,
It's not.
right? But
It's
that's
not.
what my
It's not.
mindset was. I'm like, if I
Yeah,
can get
yeah,
50,
Man, that was the
right?
yeah,
mindset.
It wasn't until
yeah,
2
yeah.
gentlemen came in the bank, bro, and I looked at the direct deposit, and the direct deposit was for 2 weeks was more than I was bringing home a month. And I was like, oh, whoa, player, what you doing? And they was like, yeah, we in tech. One was like, yeah, I'm a database admin, and the other one was something, maybe networking. I can't remember what it was. But the crazy thing about it, which made the light bulb go off, was the money. But the other crazy thing was, y'all know, like the lake, and for those who don't know, it's a part of the county. The lake and all of that, Troy, all of that, they had like Verizon Fios, right? Where a lot of the county still has CenturyLink, like DSL, right? Almost like dial-up speed. These
Yeah, yeah.
gentlemen, these guys was living in the dial-up part of the county, working from home, making 4K every 2 weeks. So I was like, so you mean to tell me you live here over in this part and you making that much money? So that's why I put it in the back of my head. Hey, I'm going to get into tech. I'm going to go ahead and put that right here, and I'll visit it later. So like a week or 2 go by, and this customer came in, and they had a few $100,000 in the account, and they was like, look, let me tell you something. They was trying to give me a hard time because of some money they spent. And they were trying to figure out, they didn't balance their books, right? So they tried to figure out what was going on. And they was like, look, let me tell you something, Mr. Palmer. Look at my account. Look how much money I got. And that's the type of service I expect from you. And I was like, oh, hell nah. Nah, bro, I can't do that no more. And that's when the light bulb went off. I was like, hey, man, I'm going to get into tech. But the next thought process was like, hey, bro, like, what you going to do? You don't know jack shit about nothing. talking to a lot of people. They gave me 1,000 different directions, right? Oh, go to networking, go to cybersecurity, help desk, etc. After a research, I started looking at this thing called cloud computing. And I was like, what the hell is cloud computing? And one thing what really sparked my attention was I was using cloud computing at the same time and not even knowing that's what it was. So I was like, hold up. So you mean to tell me I can make an average of like 130 to 40K and I ain't got to have a college degree? That was the big thing. I was like, I ain't got to have college education. All I have to do is have certifications.
Yeah.
So I started finding resources I can teach myself. And I started gaining hands-on experience, just exposing myself to solving cloud problems, like doing labs and stuff on my own. And long story short, this new manager came and I told her straight up, I said, I've been working for the last 6 months, 7 months, trying to get in this new tech role. I think I got this job coming up. I've been interviewing for it. You probably got me for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And I swear to God, I was like, I just want to let you know because you probably going to be want to look for someone. And I was just go ahead and claiming it. And she was like, what are you doing, cloud computing? She's like, oh, my brother a cloud engineer. It took him a long time to learn that. I probably got you for another year. That's exactly what she said. That offer letter that came in, I was interviewed for this job, and I interviewed for a position that I was so nervous to do the work. They gave me a little test to do, and I was so nervous to do it, but I did it, and he told me that I killed it. And he was like, man, the thing we gave you, you smashed it, but we're not going to hire you for the role. He was like, the people that we hire for the role have 8 years of tech experience, and some come from training backgrounds. He said, but
Man.
I created a position for you yesterday. He was like, here's the position, here's the budget, let me know. Man, I seen that budget. I didn't give a shit what he want me to do. I was like, yo, I swear to God, me and my wife were sitting there looking at the joint like, yo, our lives is about to change. And the funny thing is, when he gave me that, he didn't make it clear on if I was going to re-interview for that role or if he was offering it. So he went on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to call him back, and they was like, yeah, Tom's on vacation for 10 days. I'm like, yo, 10 days. So
10 days.
so imagine this whole time, bro, I'm sweating. I'm anxious for 10 days. And I remember I was in Scottsville helping out at the BB&T in Scottsville, Virginia, for those who don't know. Scottsville, Virginia. And I went to this Chinese restaurant to get some lunch, and he called me. And when he called me, he still wasn't talking like I got the job. He was just kind of like explaining the role, and I'm like, am I interviewing for this? So he asked me, he was like, hey man, I want to know, do you have any questions? I was like, yeah, man, when do I start? He busted out laughing. He was like, yeah, man, call your wife, tell your wife you accepted this role, and congratulations. You couldn't listen. As bad as I wanted to walk out that joint at BB&T and say holla, bro, it took everything for me to put my 2 weeks notice in that joint. Every ounce of my body, bro.
Yeah. I'd have pieced them out.
Yo,
I'd have pieced them
listen,
out, man.
the thing was, I was like, what if I have to come back? Right? That was it, because this was so brand new to me.
It was
But
comfort
if I know
zone.
what I know now, excuse my language, get the fuck out of here. I ain't coming back anyway. See ya, you know what I mean? So, and mostly because when I went to take vacation maybe like 4 weeks before, one of the operation managers was like, well, you should have put in that vacation in January when we told you put in all your vacation. So if you didn't put it in January, you don't get it. Sorry. So when I put in that 2 weeks notice, she had the nerve to ask me, can I give them another week so they can find somebody? So imagine my fate. And I'm like, what? It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Peace out. We ain't going back.
Sweet victory, man.
Yeah, that's it. But that's something what you said about you not taking that 2 weeks or you not leaving because you might have to come back. That's kind of what I feel that a lot of people feel, especially with tech or if anything that's new. people feel like it's not real, or they feel like they too comfortable with where they are, so they don't want to
Yeah.
take that leap. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So I can imagine back then, because I still see people now, even when I hear people talking about what you do or what they think you do, because I don't think a lot of people really know. They just
A
think
lot of
you
people
work with
that know
computers.
me,
That's
right?
what
They don't
that's what
really
we
know,
say.
right? And that's the funny thing. When I
Yeah.
was trying to do content to show people, right? Y'all know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Look dead in the camera. You know who you are. Those people were telling people that I was doing pyramid schemes, bro. It was like, oh yeah, it's a pyramid scheme.
I done
Bro,
heard.
listen. I'm literally helping people get into an industry that most think you have to go to college and get a degree. And we're helping people get into the industry
Mm-hmm.
quicker and faster and make more money through our program. And that's all I was telling people, like this new technology that's been out for a while, but a lot of people haven't, just like AI, right? AI's been here for decades, but it's just becoming popular because
Mm-hmm.
it's a use case for it now. A lot more people are using it. So, but to a lot of people, AI is new.
Yeah.
Like AI, no, it's been here for
Yep.
50 years. You know what I'm saying? So that's what
Yeah.
cloud computing
Yeah.
was. But even my mom, when I got the role and I was telling her how much I was making, and I told her, I'm gonna work from home. She was like, "Wait, make sure it ain't no scam. Make sure it ain't no scam." I'm like, "It's a job, bro. What the
Yeah.
hell is going on?" You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
yeah,
That's real talk.
it does. To most people, it doesn't feel real because of the money and the opportunities, right? But man, for anybody who want to do it, you can do it. Like, if you're tired of doing what you're doing right now, you can get in tech. And think about it. If you land a role in tech, so think about this, for instance. You got people, let's say the lowest we've ever had somebody make coming out of our program was maybe 60K. All right. That's the lowest. That was like, hey, we're going to start you at the bottom. We're going to train you. We're going to invest some resources in you. We're going to get you up to speed, but we're going to pay you 60 right now. Okay. For tech people, for people in cloud engineering like I am, you say 60, like that's insulting. But think about this from another perspective.
Yeah.
In most industries, people got to go to college and spend years in a role to get that. Think about bank managers, store
Yep.
managers, some type of management. They are making that and they're on the
Mm-hmm.
top in CAT. But tech, that was the lowest that they would ever get paid. So it means it was only up from there. You know what I'm saying? So even
Yep.
if you start at 90K, that's the lowest you ever make. You're going up. So, the
Mm-hmm.
150, 200s is very possible, bro. Like, I mean, I started my first role in tech. I went from 44K to 105K immediately. You know what I'm saying? And then years later, I mean, with my company, we're making millions of dollars. And if you ever told me when I was 33 we'll be doing that, I looked at you like you was fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know
That's
what's
dope, man.
what's wild and I don't know if you remember this, but like, we used to, for those who don't know, Broadus and I, we
Yeah, I
live
know what
like
he's
2
about
to
to
3,
say.
4, 5 doors down, right?
I know
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
about to
yeah,
say. I'm gonna
yeah.
see
He
if you
already
gonna
know,
say it
right?
though.
I don't know. You remember this one though, but so we in these townhouses used to be like this little courtyard, right? We just sitting there, right? and and like this is way before either one of us is like
Yeah,
we like hungry,
yeah,
we hungry, right? Yeah, we
yeah.
starving right now, so
Yeah.
we in there, we dreaming, right? And this brother right here, man, he manifesting like he had and he had a memorized prayer manifestation he was saying, like as we was sitting in the courtyard, yo. And I'm looking at dude and he's locked in on that joy. I'm like, yo, this shit about to pop with this guy right here, right? hey, and it won't long, right? After a while, you stop seeing him outside as much. He locked in. He's studying for that exam. That's that cert. He was locked in, man. So I remember that like that was yesterday. And to see everything, like you talk about making millions, right? Like your business is successful, you're successful. So talk to us like your process for success. Like, I know, yeah, like, because seeing it, right? Seeing it here is one thing, but then when you have it and you done manipulated your thoughts into matter, and it's actually in your hands, your fingertips, and you sitting there like, damn, I did that shit.
So,
what was, talk to us
the
about
process is number one, mindset. So, for instance, coming where we come from, let's be honest, like even you John, you from Louisiana, right? Nah,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
Giant
All right.
Crossroads, man.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right.
That's my county. I'm Troy.
So
Troy.
think about it. Like, we didn't, correct me if I'm wrong, and it's, we didn't get taught tech in school. We got taught keyboarding.
Nah.
Learn how to type.
Learn how to type.
Right? Like, it was nothing about tech, computers, and nothing.
That's it.
Right? So,
Shit.
number one, just getting my mindset right to understand, like, yo, you can do this. You don't have to be some type of person that came out the womb understanding computers and learning how to code. You could be a regular Joe Smo and learn this thing and be good just like the rest of them. So anytime negativity would come in my mind, I would just, this is real talk. And y'all take it for what it's worth, y'all can laugh, whatever. Anytime something would tell me that I lack something or you're not going to be able to do it, you're going to fail, thank you, God, I'm successful. Thank you that everything I touch will be successful. Thank you that my cup will run over. I'll be able to bless others. Thank you for,
there it is.
I'm healthy. All of that. Like, this is many times throughout the day that I have to get my mindset right. And then when you get your mindset right to start focusing on the work, it's showing up every day and doing it. It's repetitive. Like, your road to success is going to be boring because you're going to be focused and locked in, and you're not going to be able to do nothing else, right? The hanging out with the friends, the going out to eat lunch and all that. Nah, bro. Like, you got to be locked in because it's work time, and that got to be consistent. And you have to be, once again, ready and able to do the work and do this every day without seeing the result until you see the result. And one thing, I was listening to a YouTube channel, and I always this thing always stuck to me when I was trying to get into tech in 2017. And this is something I tell everybody: the difference in the distance between where you are and where you want to be are your daily activities. And for some reason, that hit me and just made me believe even more. Like, if I want to have a 6-figure salary, the only thing that's stopping me from getting a 6-figure salary is what I do every day. And we don't even think subconsciously. We go to work, we come home, chill with the kids, eat, watch TV, and go to sleep. But guess what? That's giving us the same result every single day. If we want more, we're not going to get it because that gives us where we are. That gives us the baseline of where we at. If we wanted more, what are we willing to do every day to work towards getting that? Man, the process, I just had to just buckle down and schedule my time. So if I knew, okay, I go to work at 8:30, I got to get up earlier to put some time in. I had to, when I was able to come home for lunch, well, I'm eating a sandwich, doing some work. When I come home from work, I'm spending the hours doing that work. And I told my kids and my wife, Daddy gonna be missing for a while. And I think they're grateful that I spent that time in that townhouse at that little ass kitchen table doing that work so we can live in a great house now and be in a better, part of Virginia, So for anybody that's listening, whatever your strategy is to make sure you get the work done, just get it done. Similar to if you want to lose weight, you got to go to the gym and eat right. And sometimes we fuck up and we eat burgers and fries. But I think 70% consistency is better than 0%. So just do the work every day, and I think you'll be fine. That was my process. So get my mind right, saying everything that God had for me asking him to give me all the blessings and give me the capacity to be able to receive it and handle it and handle the stress and everything that came with it.
Yeah. It's fire, man. Man, it's you still
I remember we
remember
was
it.
in the middle of the joint. Trust me, bro. You know, I remember I had to manifest that joint, man, because shit was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, but you think about that. You said you was 33 when you started that, 39 now. That ain't a lot of time, man. It's a lot of time. But I mean, if you could somebody tell you it's gonna take you, and I'm sure it ain't took you 6 years, you've been successful at this for, I don't know, at least half of that time of that 6 years or 2 or 3 years after that when you started to make, substantial money. But that ain't a lot of time, man. And people complain about what they got going on in the situation, and they ain't willing to, put in that time, man. And 6 years or 3 or 4 years, that ain't a lot of time, man. Just, like me and Lana talk about it, man. We just talk about it. You could have stayed at that bank, and that would have been hard. You went and took this road with Tech, and that was hard. So either route you would have taken, they was both hard, but it was an easy decision because
it said, choose your heart.
You know what I'm saying?
Choose your heart.
There you go. Yeah. So you ain't got to be a rocket scientist to say I got to try this way, man, because I already know what just staying the course of here going to take me. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Anybody that ain't happy with what they're doing, man, it's really on you because it's out. The resources out here, jobs are out here. People, people making hundreds of thousands of dollars, man. That's what we used to say back in the day. Oh, I love to work from home.
Yep.
That's all people used to say. That was like a dream. You never thought you could make money working from home. And now, damn near half the world is making money and they sitting in the living room.
Because you think of what you just said, man, if people want a better life and they don't go after it, right? Guess what they blame?
Yeah.
They blame the circumstance. They blame the environment. So contrary to popular belief, I think this won't be popular what I'm about to say, but you can't, when you look at somebody who doesn't go to the next level in their life, it's because of their mindset. It's not because of anything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing I always looked at, one thing that Alex Hormozy said, was a sales guru that I follow. He said, think about it from this perspective. If you told somebody, hey, let's say we selling a product and you say, hey, this is my price. And let's say if I told you I had a Lamborghini and it cost $300,000, right? You'd be like, yeah, right. But if I told you I had a Lamborghini and I'm selling it to you for $10,000, right? And now you looking at it like, I ain't got $10,000 either, but I'm gonna go out there and get that damn $10,000. He sent me that Lamborghini for $10,000. I'm gonna go and get that $10,000. And it's all about, the mindset of it doesn't matter where you are and where you're from. Even people in Africa in the poorest countries know somebody successful that made it out there, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Somebody made it out. So if that person made it out, why you can't make it out? Because we automatically think like this ain't for us. And we automatically, like, if I'd have stayed at banking or at BB&T, it would have been hard, but I think I would have settled and I would have been like, okay, because my mindset wouldn't have reached for new goals. I'd have been like, yeah, I'm management, man, making 49, good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would have just been on with my life. But you want more because God told you can have more. He gave you the dream. So people just already psych themselves out of, nah, man. So
they're gonna find a reason.
They're gonna find a reason why they're gonna tell other people why they can't do it either. Oh man, why you messing with him? You talk, man, his program ain't nothing, man. Like, look, man, like, don't even that's a pyramid scheme, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole time you got proof in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to receive it, man. So, and the most important thing is surround yourself with people who do believe it, who are chasing the dream, and who's doing the things you want to do. If a person ain't making the money that you want to make or doing the things that you want to do, why are you taking their advice? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's what we said. Look, Lana,
yeah.
I'll tell you about 5 or 6 things we didn't talk about or you didn't talk about. You go back to we ain't did about maybe 7 or 8 pods, episodes, but everything, the sacrificing, the hanging around like-minded people, the
Yeah.
Mind your mind.
mindset. The first one was mindset.
Yeah.
The synopsis of neighborhood CEO is whether you work at the bank at BB&T or whether you a cloud tech, whether you drive a UPS truck or whether you're a therapist. It's all about your mindset. You want to have a CEO mindset, man, not that small-minded mindset because where we from is where we're from, but you know, it's too much out here, man. That's the one good thing about social media. You can see so much. It's so much inspiration on
All
your
the time.
phone, man, and you can just see it's people that came from wherever they came from. And like I said, man, it's too much world out here, man. I want to see it, and people need to experience what's out here, man, because there's a whole lot more out here than Fluvanna,
Absolutely.
Louisa, and Walmart at Zions Crossroads, man. You know what I mean? It's way too much
Yo,
out
and
here,
it's
man.
crazy because
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
that's the
So
thing, right? What you just said, and think about that from perspective is it's people out here in this world that live in certain ways and do certain things that we never dreamed of, right? Like, let's say you go to Dubai. I ain't never been to
yeah,
Dubai yet, but let's say you go to Dubai. Look,
yeah, it's on the
everybody in
list.
Dubai, like, fancy cars is not a thing in Dubai because everybody drives them, right? Lamborghinis,
Yep.
Ferraris, Rolls Royce. You know what it is? You know what is a wealth status in Dubai? Is the license plate. So the lower the number license plate that you have deems the wealthier that you are. So for instance, you got somebody who got a
Wow.
#1 license plate, just license plate that says #1, that's worth almost $14 million. So they're not even worried about
The license plate.
who got the best car, the
That's
best
crazy.
house.
Yeah.
It's a license plate. Think about that because everybody's living luxurious. Like the average salary, even on a lower end in Dubai, is $1 million a year. You know what I'm saying? That's a low end.
Mm-hmm.
So it all is about who you around. If you're around people who drinking Schaefer's every
Yep.
weekend, sitting on the porch, and just want to
Yep.
don't not do anything with their lives, then ultimately, if there's 9 people doing that and you the 10th one, you gonna be the 10th one. It don't matter how uppity you try
Yeah.
to
Yep.
seem or like I ain't like them. You going out drinking
Yeah.
Schaefer's and sitting on the porch every weekend. You one of them.
For
He
sure.
said Schaefer's, man.
I'm about to say shape. Where the hell you get shapers?
Yo, because it was,
Yeah, yeah.
you know where Schaefer's come from? I'm sorry to say this, but one of my boys' grandma, we used to go up their house all the time, and somebody that we know, I ain't gonna say the name, put a 6-pack of Schaefer's in the fridge, and we used to go down the road, chill. He was, I'm gonna put this in the fridge. She was like, all right, and he come up to get the Schaefer's, and Schaefer's go. So he approached her. He
Yo.
was like, "Hey, you drink my 6-pack of Schaefer's?" And she was like, "Fuck yeah, I drink that slop." And ever since then, when she carried them with the Schaefer's, I always remember Schaefer's, and I just that's the
Yeah.
that's a low end beer. Like,
That's yeah.
man, Wild
Low
Irish
in
Road.
bed. Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
Shavers must be beside Mickey's or something,
Yeah,
right
so
next to
you
Mickey's or
consider
something,
Mickey's
man.
high end
Yeah.
now.
I ain't never heard of Schaefer's. The lowest I heard was Mickey's. I ain't never heard of
Mickey's,
Schaefer's.
that's the similar to like Heineken, right? That smell the same, like a skunk.
Yeah, that's the green grenade with the little
Yeah.
message underneath the cap, the little
So
symbol or
it's
something.
all about
Yeah.
who you with. If you want to be the top accountant in the world, then even if this is a tip for y'all, even if you can't hang with people that are like that, you are who you spend most of your time with. So this means if you can't get physically, you don't know anyone physically like that. How about you start ingesting the
Mhm.
YouTube videos, TikToks, and Instagram shorts of people who are actually doing this and making that type of money and giving you
Yeah.
the rules of the game, right? Listening to podcasts. If you
Mhm.
spend most of your time ingesting that information, then it's going to change your mind to go in that direction, and you're going to learn how to do that because you're spending most of your time not doing that bullshit but actually feeding your mind the positive
Yeah.
things that you need to be successful. So YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, not just there for you to scroll and be laughing at dumbass videos. It's actually there for you to
Yeah.
learn too and ingest that
Yeah.
information.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's real talk. I mean, you hit it on the head real quick, man, about just, you know, I'm gonna take you back a little bit. You said when you was younger, right? You know, things you would see, and but
Yeah.
but what but what would you, if you what's the best piece of advice you could have given your younger self?
As you soar in life, the higher you go, some people are not made to endure the level of oxygen that you go up to, like an eagle, right? Eagle can go
Oh,
high. That's why birds can't fly higher than an eagle, right? Because they can't endure the level of
Yeah.
oxygen.
bro, you gotta
So,
run that back. You gotta run that
so,
one back. You gotta pull that one
so
out, dog. That was
the higher
cold. That
that you
was
go
cold.
in life, meaning your friends that you started with can't go with you because they don't have the
Yeah.
capacity to endure the certain things that it takes for you to fly that high. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I think as far as the group of friends that we have, we are blessed to have a group of friends that are doing absolutely well. But think about for a lot of the friends that you hang with, like you know who I used to hang with back in the day, right? They can't go because
Yeah.
they can't, at this moment where they are in life, or even then, they couldn't endure some of the things I say I could endure, or even people that's higher than me that I grew up with. At this moment, I can't go where they go until, I go through the things that prepare me. And some of the people are still stuck in the younger phase that they haven't even made it through phases in life to prepare them for the next level because they still stuck at 17. They still stuck at 18. You know what I'm saying? They still ain't got no job at 39. You know what I mean? They still calling the phone, borrowing money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, in order for
Yeah.
me to be able to fly that high, I had to learn from people who already
Yeah.
been that high and prepare me. Like when you get
Yeah.
here, this is what it's gonna take, and this is what you're gonna go through. You know what I mean? And I think we had a conversation the other day where I was like, man, switching gears, but I think it's the same analogy. We walk around every day on 95% capacity of stress level and not understanding that it's not a if stressors happen, it's a when stressors happen. So why don't we prepare ourselves to get our body calmed down, take care of ourselves, go to the masseuse, work out, eat right, and get our stress capacities down to 60%. So when stressors happen, we're not on 120% of I can't handle this. We're on now we 85,
Yeah.
we're 90, and even worse, if you got a death or anything, you 95, 99, or even 100, but you're not over capacity because you prepared for the stress. That's the same thing in a career
Yeah.
or in business. You prepare for the stress. You go through things now to prepare your mindset of when you get here, this is what it's going to be like, and you can run on this capacity. So when you get that stressor, you still are not overloaded, and you can still soar at the level that you're soaring at and breathe the oxygen that you breathe. And some people are not prepared because they still stuck in 2000. They still stuck with B2K. They still stuck with all of that. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real.
So yeah, that's a gem for sure, man. And that's something that you said it, you gave it to us first in that top tier lingo, and then you broke it down to the regular, so the regular degulars could get with it. So we appreciate that, man, because hey, we got all different types of audience, man. So you gave it to man, you gave it to everybody the way they can ingest it, man. But so, we on the, cloud, manifestation, what we got to do to get where we want to go. But when Broadus ain't going at it 100 miles an hour, man. What's he doing besides tech, besides cloud engineering, man? What you do to decompress, man? What you do to relax? What you do to just enjoy the fruits of your labor?
Bugging these Negroes, like, yo, what y'all doing this weekend? Yo, but really, like, one of my things I like to do, man, is, you know, and now that I know you, like, we talking, like, even having you, like, I like to have fellowships, like, you know, white people out, we go play golf, Drive Shack or Top Golf, or just go out on a fellas night, because for me it's therapeutic and it allows us to talk about things that's going on in our lives, but also have fellowship and get it off our mind. It's more, you know, like a building session as well. And I'm a social guy. So like, you know, I'll be introverted enough because I'm constantly working, pushing out content and stuff. So when I get a break, I love to go out and be social. So, you know, if it's not, you know, watching shows, you know, you know the shows we watch, Power, The Shy. You know, right now I done started. Right now I
House of
started
Dragon.
Boardwalk Empire over. So if y'all haven't seen that, you gotta
Oh,
check
I gotta
that
get back
out.
into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't
So it's
never
an
got
old
on that.
show,
I
older
ain't checked
show.
that out.
But
It's
if I'm
tough.
not doing that, you
Old
know, I
show.
love to just go out, be social, you know, and you know, chill, man. Just that's how I decompress, really. Just social activity.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I heard about. I think I know you a commander, redskin, whatever
Nah,
you want to
nah,
call yourself.
nah,
So you talking about? You
nah.
talking about? That ain't what you are?
Cowboy. I'm cowboy.
What are you?
Yeah,
Okay, that's even better. Oh damn, well that ain't gonna work. But hey, well, I was thinking you was commander because I remember they said Broadus, hey, he boxed, he's a skybox shorty at the games, right? So I thought you was a
So
commander. So I was gonna tell you, commanders,
okay.
I'm an eagle. So I was gonna think we was gonna connect that way, but I don't know. I don't know. We gotta reconvene on how we gonna connect. We might have to get to
Yeah, I
Philly.
ain't
We might have
going
to
to
get all
Philly.
of us might have to get to Philly and
Philly,
you
like to
know
whoop
make
people's
something happen.
ass if they don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So if you go up there with Dallas Cowboys jerseys on, they like to fight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so like every year we do this thing where, you know, I just fellowship for my birthday. I get the suite at the Commanders game for the Cowboys, and we stay at the Salamander Hotel, man, and you know we dine at the 5-star restaurants, and hey, for real, you know, we just have a fellowship for like a day, 2 days. You know
Like
what I'm saying?
King.
And it's dope, man. And yeah, man. Hey, you know, you're more than welcome to come on this next one.
Yeah,
You
well,
ain't gotta
I don't know,
you ain't gotta
man.
look.
Like I said,
You
man,
just come for the fellowship.
I can't even. What I look like sitting in that game?
Hey,
What I look
you
like,
sit in
you
the
know, sitting in
game
a Cowboy
and you can go
Redskin
against the
game?
Cowboys all you want, because that's what you're gonna do anyway, right? You know, and you're gonna go with the Commanders and be like, yeah, you know. But it's just
Nah, well, depends.
you can
Depends.
go,
But you
you
go ahead.
know,
You right. You right.
one thing for sure though, two things for certain. What they don't like, because I was doing content in the last one, they was like, man, you can't have no jerseys in here but
Yeah.
Redskin jerseys or Commanders jerseys. I was like, damn. He was like, yeah, so you
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
wear your jersey. So even if you're Eagle fan, you can't wear that in there because we're gonna be doing content. Yeah, nah.
At the Redskin game?
So
To the
in the
Commanders
suite,
game?
since we doing, man,
Oh,
they
all
don't
right.
want
I
any
got you. I
content
got you.
with
All right.
their suites going out.
Oh, all right.
And they see another
Oh, I
jersey.
see. I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's. I respect
but
that.
man, it's
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
fun, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. I
yeah,
heard about it,
man.
man.
You
I
know,
heard
it's
about it.
what it's normally last year. What I mean, this last January, it was like maybe 29 of us, something like that. So yeah, typically it's
Dang.
about 29, 30 of us. And this time, you know, got a little private transportation. We go to MGM, spend our money, and this time we ended up going
Watch
to the
other people
clubs,
spend their
man. We
money.
had fun. It was good,
Yeah.
therapeutic, man. I
Now
swear.
we had a good
Yeah.
And
time.
and it's different
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
different guys from all different walks of life, right? So I'm not trying to just invite them
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, I just want to invite people that could do something for me, elite. You know what I mean? Nah.
Mm.
I invite
Yeah.
everybody from
Yeah. Yeah.
different walks because I'm like, even if you're trying to get your shit together, meshing you with somebody who got their shit together can
Yeah.
just
It's gonna
you
elevate
create
you.
a friendship out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
30 guys together, like why we not creating relationships? So yeah, man. Come on
Mm-hmm.
by next time, man. I'll invite you. No problem, bro.
Yeah, man. We'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Yeah, but another thing, man. Lionel told me, man. So he said, I mean, I think I seen you a few places. I ain't check out your feet, but Lionel said you're a sneaker
Yeah.
guy, man. So we're gonna ask you. Everybody got, we all like sneakers. We all like. So what's the one? I got 300 pair of shoes, but I got one that I'm just always going. When I just jump around, I'm throwing this on. So right now, your rotation, what's your ones that you ain't touching, and what you throwing on every day? When you stepping out, but you ain't really stepping out. What's the grocery store? What's the grocery
Yeah,
store
so the grocery store
fire
pair,
kicks looking like, man?
the grocery
You know how
store
we do.
pair.
We might throw the Yeezy slide on, or we might throw a
Yeah,
Jordan
yeah.
one on, and
So
just
it's
whatever
crazy
we want.
because I ain't like the grocery store pairs. These I got them on my feet. They're it's called the Nike Sacai's, and it's the older
Yeah,
pair, and
yeah.
I wear those everywhere. But the ones I don't touch, actually, I just sold them. They're called the What the Donks. So it's just it's a Nike Dunk that was a mix of all the Grail Dunks combined, and I mean,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
I sold that for about 14, and
Mm,
that was one of my biggest sales. I bought it for like 9, and sold it for like 14,
yeah,
Big come
man.
up.
And I had a pair what it's called off whites, Air Force Ones, but they were the complex con ones. So when Virgil first dropped the off white Air Force Ones, complex dropped white, and I got that,
yeah,
and I sold them for about 5, 6, and yeah, man. So I
yeah.
still got some grails that I probably, if I sold my shoes right now, I mean, I don't know, I'll probably get about 70, 80 out of them. Yeah. So
Mm,
I mean, before I sold the pairs I
yeah,
had, because I sold a lot of pairs, I probably had about 120,000 worth of shoes. Yeah.
yeah,
But it don't mean nothing no
yeah.
more because I
I be
don't
seeing
wear
them
them.
Yeah.
guys just
You know what I mean?
Nah.
yeah.
That's why I said. That's why I said we all got them, but it's only like one or two pair that you grabbing all the time, unless you really going somewhere. Everybody got. Really we got too much, but that's what we do. But like me, I got whatever I got. But right now, I'm wearing the same Kobe, not the
Oh,
Grinch, but the
red
reverse
one.
ones. I wear them everywhere. They don't go with nothing, but I just don't. I don't even. It don't even matter.
Yeah.
That's why I wear
Nah. So
everywhere I go.
I was going to get a pair of
You know what
those
I
as
mean?
well. But like Kobe and LeBron, see, I got flat feet, so they don't look right because they got on the sole is not like the whole foot, right? If you look at the Kobe's, it's like has this
Yeah,
part at the edge, like my
yeah,
feet will be sticking out, and I ain't really like that. And
yeah,
you know, I was
yeah,
in my
yeah,
phase where, man, like I'll pay money for some sneakers, man, because I knew it was an investment. But
yeah,
now I look
yeah.
at the closet, I'd be like, bro, I wear 2, 3 pair, and I built a closet for the
That's it.
sneakers, and it's like,
That's
damn,
it.
what I'm gonna do? Because now my son in there, can I have them? Like hell no, you can't have
Mm.
them. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah.
So I think I'm
Yeah,
out the sneaker game,
yeah,
to be honest with you. I'd wear them now if I got them.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
now
Yeah.
I'm like, to be honest with you, it's because I'm hanging around all these tech folks that a lot of them, man, they don't wear them. They be wearing QC sneakers. Y'all know them QC sneakers, the cloud joints. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The QC cloud sneakers.
Yeah, the
yeah.
OC,
Is it
yeah, the
OC or
OC
QC?
joints.
It's
Yeah.
QC, I
It's
think.
OC
Yeah,
QC.
But
Hey, why not? But
yeah.
it got the
And
little
like the
ridges at the
hookers and
bottom.
stuff, they
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
man, they don't care about no damn Jordans and
Zendaya's
stuff. And
Zendaya's
these,
marketing
one
joints.
of the guys I
Yeah.
follow, this guy do 100 million a year, walk around with Crocs and shorts and socks. They don't care,
yeah,
man.
yeah, man.
Keeping that money,
Yeah, that's
man.
how that's
Keeping that
that's
money.
our thing.
It's a
That's
culture
our
That's
thing. I mean,
but
I'm
that's
sure.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
growth
it.
though. You look at yourself, that's growth, man. Like you said, you'll drop 9 on a pair of sneakers, man. He was like, yeah, man, I dropped 9. Like, nigga, I ain't even
Well,
smelling that
listen,
on those
everybody
sneakers
got
right
their
now.
own vice though.
So
Nah.
So this is the thing. While
true.
people was
Yeah.
judging me
Truth.
for
Truth.
dropping 10K and stuff
Mm-hmm.
on sneakers, it's something that you'll drop 10K for. Hey, look, some people
You're right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That you don't need.
like
That
why
ain't worth
somebody
you dropping
look,
10K on.
popular,
Yeah.
Yeah.
contrary to popular belief, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but people out here judging you for dropping 10K on something that you really like, and they dropping 10K on something that, oh, come back to the room, I'll do 10K. You know what I'm saying? So, you dropping 10K on that, like you know what I mean? So, hey man,
Hey.
Yeah,
everybody
man.
got a
Everybody
vice.
got a
You know
vice.
what I
Everybody got a
mean?
number, man.
So that's what it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Computers, seats,
Nah,
cars,
but
rims, whatever it is. They're like, hey,
yeah.
I'll drop 10K on some rims. Okay, that's your
Yeah.
thing then. Yup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. No doubt, man. Now
For
we all
sure,
find
man.
value in what we
Yeah.
want at the end of the day.
Yeah. Some
If we
Yeah,
people
want it enough,
spending
man.
we find
10K
value in it. So
on their nose. So I mean, so
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
On their
Oh,
nose.
Yeah.
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 Or John got on the
On the app.
abs.
Yeah. Hey, you
John
see dude
got
with dude.
on
Now
that.
he
Ah,
got the
oh, hey, if I had that Joe Button, I'll shoot that gun off.
hey. What's the dude
He's
that got
shooting
the
at me,
abs, but now he
brother.
got taller? You know what I'm talking about? It's a dude, it's a
Who that?
black dude
Mm-hmm.
that's like, I guess he a former rapper or something, and he went and got the abs. But now this dude went like he's 6'4" now. He went and got surgery and got taller.
Got knee. He got the knee. What the Cat Williams say, man? they said they making him taller. They adding this extensions in
Oh,
their
yo, dude,
legs.
6'4". I think he was like 5'10".
That's
Yo,
Oh,
crazy.
fake abs,
that's
man.
wild,
He
Yeah,
fake.
man.
He
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, you don't need to do that though.
Nah,
I ain't with none of that though, man. Whatever. I mean, hey, some things, I guess the ladies do. I ain't really with no, guys doing. If you can do it the natural way, you get it done like that. But you gotta be careful, man, because hey, the way he made you, the way he made you. So you don't want to mess with it too much, man. You ain't going. You got to get old. So all that stuff gonna look wild when you get
yeah, yo,
50, 60, 70. You're gonna be looking
I'm not a
crazy.
tall individual at all, but hey, you would never see me. I ain't gonna pull up on y'all 6'4" one day.
Some
I ain't
extensions.
gonna
You ain't
pull up
get no
on y'all
extensions.
6'4" one day. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that. You know what I mean? I'm good where I'm at. I got my
Nah,
wife, I got
man.
my kids, I'm straight. I got what I want. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
There
yeah,
you go.
Absolutely.
There you
Kevin
go.
Hart can
yeah,
pull him,
There you
yeah.
anybody can
go.
pull him. You know what I mean?
Hey,
That's
So
talk
it.
about it.
That's it. That's
Shit,
Cat
it.
Williams, the
Cat Williams, a
5'3",
whole lot
5'3"
of them.
ninjas. You know what I'm
Shit.
Yep.
saying? Absolutely.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. But hey, I know you might got some content you got to get off tonight, man. You done for the
Nah, I'm
night or you
done
got some
for the
work to do?
night, man. You know, this is the last piece of content we was doing today.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
probably
Like, I
go
called
watch
him,
some more
right?
Boardwalk Empire. You know, my wife went out to get something to eat. She was like, "What do you want?" And I got frustrated because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to eat. And now she back, and I'm like, it's 10:30. I know what I want to eat now, but it's too damn late to eat. You know what I'm saying? You eat that, then you lay up on it,
Yeah,
and you know what I'm
that is
Yeah,
saying?
too
So I guess I'm gonna be drinking
yeah,
water
late.
for the night.
You don't
yeah,
feel right. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man. Yeah, man. But yeah, we appreciate you, man. Hey, I'm glad we could connect, man. Lana, we was one of the first guys, man. We brainstorming a couple months ago, like, man, who could we talk to? Who can we talk to that we can talk to? Not who can we would love to talk to lots of people, but who's somebody that's gonna give us catch the alley oop we throw 'em, and you know what I'm saying, gonna come through for us and give us
Yeah.
some game. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it, man. And before you gave it to us before, but we kind of do when we done when we finish every episode, man, kind of give everybody a key. So you kind of gave it to us about the Eagles and the
Not your
flying
eagle,
high with
not
the
your eagle.
oxygen. So yeah, I like that. I like that. So I like
Yeah.
that joint. But man, what you got for us, man? Just to close us off, man. Just anything for anybody. Just trying to get better,
I'm gonna
man. Trying to
say
progress.
just like what you put in your body, like you are what you eat. You feed your body, you are what you feed your mind to. So if
Yeah.
you want to change your outcome, then you got to surround yourself with things that help you change your outcome. Once again, what we ingest on the TV, what we ingest on our phones, and what we say to ourselves is the most important. Like L said, when he was like, "Yo, that man was out there looking crazy, manifesting." Hey, I was looking crazy for a minute because people didn't really see it. But it don't matter how crazy you look. Like he had his own journey. He's probably manifesting some stuff himself. You probably manifested some stuff yourself. You gotta say the things that you need to say to yourself, even if nobody else is saying them to you. So when everybody looking at you crazy, you gotta say, I am successful. I'm powerful. I'm a boss. You know, I'm blessed. I'm blessing other people. And you can't have limited prayers. You can't say, Lord, just if you can just get me through the weekend. No, how about we change the way we pray? Lord, I'm asking you not only get me through the weekend, but give me an abundance that's so much that I'll be able to help other people get through their weekend. You know, I'll be able to come and bless somebody else with a couple of hundred to pay their bills or whatever the case may be. So always pray for more than enough to be able to be a blessing to others and, you know, keep that mind sharp. That's it.
Yeah.
Solid,
I
brother.
think we can roll with that, man. Lana, you good, man? You got something?
Yeah,
Nah, man,
man.
bro.
Y'all
Appreciate
tired,
you, man.
brothers. You know what I'm
Appreciate you as
saying?
always,
Oh,
man.
yeah, you're tired, man.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, that's yeah, man, for sure, man. Hey, we're gonna reconvene, man, in a different setting at a later date, man. We'll figure it out, man. But yeah, man. Once again, man, that's been a neighborhood CEOs, man. Another episode, man, with the guru Level Up, Broadus Palmer. We appreciate everybody watching, man. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribing. We on all the platforms, man. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Apple, Spotify, everywhere. Type us everywhere. We everywhere. We everywhere like broken glass, man. Like I heard somebody say that. So yeah, man. But we appreciate it, brothers, man. And hey, we'll holler at you, man. Appreciate you, man. And much success, much love to you, y'all.
Hey,
Broadus, where can they find you, bro?
levelupintech.com.
Yes,
Broadus
sir.
Palmer on LinkedIn, Mr. Level Up in Tech on Twitter, and Mr. Level Up in Tech on Instagram. Let's go.
There it
For
is.
sure. We're gonna plug you, man. And appreciate you, dog. Y'all take it easy, man.
Peace.
All right. Yes, sir.